All right, everybody, welcome to the Man Child Show at Boy Green Digital. It's our weekly NFL picks against the spread, baby. It's Paul Liston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. You can see on the screen, Jim, the Man Child Lurch, is on the move, on the prowl. He's on the road for a nice trip, but he was able to schedule in some time to participate, to dabble in the waters of the NFL picks against the spread. So, Lurch, appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I should just sing Ramblin' Man or something because I'm on the road, but no worries. I'm here. I want to make these picks. Let's do this. I got to turn this thing around, Boy Green. Turn it around.
That you do. We can only see if you can. And also joins us every Friday for our segment here. And by the way, this conversation is brought to you by a combination of our friends over at Box Drop and Play It Again Sports Syracuse. We'll get more into them in just a little bit here. But yes, let's get to our third wheel on this conversation. It's NFL Insider Extraordinaire from Between the Hash Marks. It is Matt Lombardo gracing us with his presence. What's up, Matt?
Oh, I feel like the wheels might have come off my picks last week. I haven't had a chance to do the deep dive and review just how we performed last Friday, but I'm really worried to see the standings after how I think this thing played out.
Well, without further ado, then let's just get right into it here. And also, for the people that are watching on our YouTube channel, make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. So I will show you guys two graphics, one at a time. One will be the standings of what just occurred the previous week. So what happened in week 2, those results. And then I will reveal the overall standings. And after I do that, the overall standings will continue to scroll on the ticker down below, a constant reminder of our successes or failures as we go through our picks and try to avoid those in the future. Let's get the week 2 results here on the screen. Congratulations to Joseph Bartle, our fantasy football expert from RotoWire.com. 10-5 last week. He had the best record of any of us. Intern Ed, the fans, and PFF's Dalton Wasserman were right on the rear with 9-6 records, respectively. They each had the second best records tied in our standings. Manchild, under 500, which isn't great, but hey, third place, bronze. You still get a medal at that state fair. He's there at 7-8. Me, Boy Green, and Matt Lombardo, we were together in the basement, pal. 6-9, better than I did last week, but that's not really saying much because I was terrible. So, Matt, there you go. 6-9 for us last week.
Suboptimal. We got to really turn this thing around.
That we do. So let's go to the overall standings, baby. And here they are. The crown is shared by intern Ed and Joe Bartle. They are 16-14, 2 games above 500. They're in first place in our pool here. Let's keep it rolling here. We've got PFF's Dalton Wasserman, who's perfectly mediocre, 15-15, as many wins as he has losses. He's there in second place. Everyone else is below 500. The fans are 14-16, 2 games below 500. Manchild's 13-17, 4 games below 500. Matt Lombardo, you're 11-19, 8 games below 500, but there's only one name on this screen that's got a big poop emoji right next to him, and that's me, because I'm in last place at 10-20. Oh, good Lord. I mean, it's awful. And so not a great place to be, but here's the good news. Only up from here, boys. Only up from here. So that is our
Here's
overall
some advice
standing.
for you before we get rolling here, Boy Green. All right, a piece of
Okay.
advice, if I might offer it. It's time to get off the Jets, okay? It's time to get off the Jets.
That might be sound advice. That might be sound advice, Lurch, and we'll see. Again, as you guys can see on the scrolling ticker, that is our updated overall NFL standings. I mean, they're so bad that Matt Lombardo has been thrown off here.
That's in a tornado.
He just got in a hurricane there as Matt Lombardo is trying to recover it, as am I, Matt. I'm trying to recover it as well from all of these festivities. But before we progress any further, Lurch, I want to cut off the NFL music because we're going to return to the old days of the radio station here, and that is with the autumn wind returning, Lurch. Here it is.
I love the autumn wind.
Okay. Perhaps this will increase.
That could be the trigger. Right. This could be the trigger to switch things up here.
Well, it can't hurt. So let's progress our way through this. Again, we've got 7 people overall involved in our NFL picks against the spread, including you, the fans out there. Go to our YouTube description down below. There's a direct link to our Instagram. And for 24 hours, our Instagram story is your way to make every pick against the spread. Do you think you're smarter than we are? Then prove it, buddy. Go to our Instagram right now and pick every single game against the spread. And we will get to our experts of Joe Bartle, Dalton Wasserman, of course, Matt Lombardo, Manchild, and Boy Green all here on screen, and intern Ed as well jumping in. So without further ado, let's go game by game through this thing. First off, we start off in Tennessee. The Tennessee Titans are a 4-point home dog against Indiana Jones and the hot 2-0 Colts. We'll first go to you, Manchild. Where do you lean?
I've been loving the Colts so far, no boy Green, and they have not been steering me wrong. I'm staying on the bandwagon. When something works, you don't get off it until it stops. Give me Indiana Jones. I know they're on the road. I don't mind the 4 points because so far Tennessee has shown me very little. I think the rookie gets intercepted a couple of times. That D's playing pretty good for Indianapolis. I got the Colts.
All right, Dalton Wasserman also has the Colts, but Joe Bartle has the Tennessee Titans. Intern Ed has the Tennessee Titans, a little bit all over the place. What about you, Matt Lombardo?
Yeah, Indiana Jones and the Colts, really fluky win that came down to a penalty on a game-winning kick try last week. Daniel Jones done some great things, played his way into the early MVP conversation, if you will. That ends on Sunday. The road show comes to an end in Tennessee. I think Cam Ward has done some really nice things. He's improved each of his first 2 games. Give me the Titans here at minimum to cover the number.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go, Matt. That I don't know if the Tennessee Titans win the game, but 4 points in a divisional rivalry with Titans at home, I think that's enough for me to jump on the Tennessee train. I love Indiana Jones, but give me some of that Tennessee Titans action +4. Beautiful. And again, you, the fans, can make your picks down below, and gave the experts picks as well. All right, let's head off next here on the calendar to Carolina, another home dog to start us off on the slate here. A 5.5-point dog at home, another division rivalry as they play the Atlanta Falcons. Matt, we'll go to you first this time.
Yeah, last week, Sunday night against J.J. McCarthy and what we thought was a hot Minnesota Vikings, that defense really shows out and shows up. You look at what the rookies did. Walker with a sack. You look at Leonard Floyd, a veteran, with a sack. Harrison with 1.5 sacks for Atlanta. Just a hit parade. The Panthers' offensive line is a mess. Give me Atlanta to win this game outright and cover the number.
All right, intern Ed is on Atlanta. We have Joe Bartle. He is on the Panthers, and Dalton Wasserman is on the Falcons. So a little bit all over the place. What say you, Manchop?
I am definitely on Atlanta. Love the way the defense played, just as Matt said. Boy, I wish I could have got him at the +1.5 when this thing opened. It's flipped all the way to -5.5. I know you got the cup on Carolina. I was watching that, boy Green, on your lone wolf, but no way Carolina covers back-to-back weeks. Despite the 5.5, I like the Dirty Birds.
Yeah, I'm going the Dirty Birds as well. I was temporarily on the Panthers bandwagon, immediately off. I think that is the best way for all of us to operate, quite frankly. All right, let's keep this train rolling here. And we head over to Washington. The uncertainty here is with Jaden Daniels, who hurt his knee. His status is very much up in the air for this contest. We're unaware if he's going to play, which obviously reflects in the line. The Commanders started as a 7.5-point favorite at home. That line is shrunk to 3.5 at the printing of the sheet. It might be even smaller out there in the universe. Washington, again, at home is a 3.5-point favorite over the Vegas Raiders. I'll start there. The uncertainty of Jaden Daniels is enough for me. Sorry, Marcus Mariota. Sorry for that slander here on the program, but I got to go with the Raiders. We have the Autumn Wind playing, for Pete's sake. I am subject to pick those Las Vegas Raiders, so give me the Raiders. Intern Ed is picking the Raiders. Joe Bartle is picking the Raiders. Dalton Wasserman is picking the Raiders. Lurch, are you going to continue on the Raiders train?
I'm picking the Raiders. Yes, I am. Get on the train.
Okay, is Matt Lombardo going to take a lone wolf opportunity at a training camp he visited?
Ho, 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 ho. We are howling with the Lone Wolves, but Marcus Mariota, uncertainty be damned. This is a better defense in Washington than what Geno Smith and the Raiders played against the Chargers on Monday night. It's a short week for the Raiders. Geno Smith, 180 yards, 3 interceptions, a passer rating of 37. 37, guys. Just hand the ball off to Bill. Let the defense do its thing. It's going to be ugly, but the Commanders win the game.
Oh, there you go. All right. Matt Lombardo jumping on the Marcus Mariota train like it's 2015. I can only respect it, baby. All right, let's keep this train rolling. Let's go to Cleveland, where the Browns got absolutely mud-stomped by the Baltimore Ravens. We'll see how they bounce back this week against what some people believe is the best team in football. They are 7.5-point dogs at home against the Green Bay Packers and Micah Parsons. We'll go through our experts first here on the program. Intern Ed is going with the Green Bay Packers. Joe Bartle is finally going with his Green Bay Packers. Dalton Wasserman on the Green Bay Packers. What say you, Matt Lombardo?
Yeah, there's no might be about this. The Packers are the best team in football right now. Micah Parsons, 1.5 sacks, 9 pressures alone against Jaden Daniels on Thursday night. Jaden Daniels, they now get to play against the statuesque Joe Flacco, and there's reporting that Micah Parsons may be quote-unquote turned loose and fully healthy for this game. Packers win by 10 plus.
Okay, I'm jumping on the Packers too, and I have their fantasy defense this week, so I'd appreciate all of those things Matt Lombardo just said about Micah Parsons. Man chop.
Looks like we are unanimous. Green Bay for the man chop, minus the 7.5.
All right, that's normally a terrible sign. So,
Yes, it
fully
is.
expect the Cleveland Browns to win this contest. All right, let's go to the backup of backup quarterbacks here. Carson Wentz. I was just bringing up 2015. What is going on here? He is the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. J.J. McCarthy with an ankle injury is out multiple weeks. Of course, we all know what happened to Cincinnati Bengals. We were talking about that earlier this week on our NFL show. He's out for a minimum of 3 months, which means Jake Browning. So Jake Browning, Carson Wentz, get your popcorn ready, folks, for this one, this barn burner. We'll go to you, Matt Lombardo. Where do you lead here with the Minnesota Vikings being a 3-point favorite at home?
I said on the podcast this week that if we're just talking about one game, the best situation, the best backup right now is Carson Wentz. He gets the quarterback cocoon of Kevin O'Connell. He gets buttressed by Brian Flores' swarming defense. It's an ugly game. I wouldn't bet this game. I wouldn't put $1 on either side of this game. But for the sake of these fun picks, predictions against the spread, give me the fighting Carson Wentz's and the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay, I like the cut of your jib there, pal, and I'm going with the Vikings too. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just believing in Kevin O'Connell here. And plus, Jake Browning is lucky to get that win. He threw 3 picks last week, which a lot of people are giving him credit for overcoming that action, but that gave me a lot of bit of the heebie-jeebies happening there as well. Intern Ed is going with Minnesota. Joe Bartle is going with the Vikings. Dalton Wasserman going with the Vikings. What say you, man chop?
Is it? Do I? Could I?
You could.
Give me Cincinnati, baby. Looks like a lone wolf, and I like it.
Okay, Lurch, please try that again because that was the only part of what you just did that got muted. Give us your howl. We missed it. Yeah, it must just be too high of an octave, like a dog, with a whistle. And then every time he attempts to do it, it just disappears. But, if you pick up a seashell by the ocean, I'm pretty sure you can still hear the water. So, Lurch, we didn't hear it, but we heard it in spirit. And, that's all that really matters here. So, all right, let's go to our next one here, but another lone wolf there for our pick segment. Let's go to Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. The Eagles at home are a 3.5-point favorite over the LA Rams, and what a playoff game that was last year. And shoulda, coulda, woulda, the Rams could have won that game, and obviously the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so that would have changed our Super Bowl champion if Matthew Stafford would have found a way to get into the end zone at the end of that game. So we have this NFC divisional rematch. Matt, you're our go-to Eagles guy. What do you make of this one? Perhaps the best game of the week.
Yeah, I think it's the game of the weekend, and I wrote a column at Between the Hash Marks on Jared Verse and just what a game wrecker he is. I had Cam Lynch, former Rams linebacker, tell me he sees shades of Nick Bosa's motor in Cam Lynch. More importantly, the Eagles secondary is a mess right now. They have no idea what they're doing at cornerback too. Devontae Adams last week, a 33-yard catch. Puka Nacua, a 24-yard catch. Jordan Whittingham, a 40-yard catch. Tyler Higbee, a 20-yard catch. Explosive plays abound. The Eagles might win the game. They are certainly not going to cover. I like the Rams here at minimum getting the 3.5 points.
Okay, what say you, Manchub?
Man, Matt made a lot of great points, and I disagree with them all. Fly, Eagles, fly. I see a blowout here, and I love it in Philly. One of my favorite picks of the week. Give me the Eagles.
Well, there's a reason that one of you guys is an NFL expert, so I am taking the Rams, baby. Ram it, just ram it. I'm taking those LA Rams. I believe in all of everything that Matt Lombardo tells me. He is my sage and mentor for everything in my life. Intern Ed is going with the Rams. See, he listens to Matt Lombardo. Joe Bartle is going with the Rams. He listens to Matt Lombardo. And Dalton Washman is going with the Rams. He believes in Matt Lombardo. So take your eagle, owl, or bird squawk.
Yes, baby.
Okay, once again, the phone just can't,
It can't handle it.
It can't accept
handle the
the
high-pitched
howl
howl.
that apparently
You'll
exists.
just have to imagine it. lone wolf for the man-child.
Okay, there you go. Manchild with another lone wolf that
I'm hoping the man-child is a generous tipper to that Uber driver with all the howls that are not making it to air.
That is true. That's 100% true, because while the tree and falls in the forest, and whether or not we heard it, that Uber driver sure is hearing it. That's for sure. All right, let's get one more game in here before we take our break here. And an interesting, long-time rivalry between these two teams. They've had some storied games. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to New England to play against the New England Patriots. The Patriots opened as a 1.5-point favorite. They're now a 1.5-point home dog to the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. Intern Ed has the New England Patriots. Joe Bartle has the New England Patriots. Dalton Wasserman has the Steelers. We'll go to you, Lurch.
I like the Steelers to bounce back this week. I'm going with the Steelers.
Matt Lombardo.
I have no idea why I'm picking this, but it's a line telling me something. When a line moves that much, it is screaming something to me. Take the Steelers.
As am I. I don't know how great I feel about it, but Aaron Rodgers, New England, young quarterback, old man quarterback, and Pittsburgh, I just don't see them dropping 2 in a row, and I don't see it coming out of the hands of New England. When we get back from this quick TO, we will get to my New York Jets. And do I heed the advice of Manchild, who says I should get off them like nobody's business? Perhaps we'll find out here in just a moment as we quiet the autumn wind and instead bring you the lovely chimes of our wonderful sponsors that help support the show in Box Drop and Play It Again. We'll have more coming up after a quick message from our sponsors.
Warm weather sports season is here, and if you want to gear up and save money on some of the top brands of golf, soccer, and baseball equipment, and much more, Play It Again Sports can be your solution. With both new and gently used gear, Play It Again has prices way less than regular retail stores. And for all you golfers out there, get some quick money for those clubs you've got stashed away and are collecting dust. Play It Again is always looking for quality gear. No appointment necessary. Just bring it into the store. Play It Again Sports in the DeWitt Town Center on Erie Boulevard. Don't spend more. Play it again. Play It Again Sports. Syracuse.com.
Considering that we sleep nearly 1/3 of our lives, buying the right mattress is essential. At Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofa Outlet, you'll get a unique experience, one that saves you 30 to 70% off retail prices on top-of-the-line mattresses like Sapphire Sleep. At Box Drop, you'll schedule a mattress fitting appointment and get one-on-one service directly with Paul, the owner. No middleman. Family-owned, huge savings, no-pressure sales designed to save you time and money. And now Box Drop Syracuse has sectional sofas and love seats as well, with prices designed to fit your budget. Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofas. Set up your appointment today at boxdropsyracuse.com.
Again, a shout out to two pillars of MC Show Digital as sponsors as Played Again, Syracuse, and of course, Box Drop as well. Thank you to them for their partnerships and for the excitement of pairing with our NFL picks against the spread. Again, I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. We have Jim the Man-Child Lurch on the road and NFL insider extraordinaire Matt Lombardo, NFL.substack.com. So you can get Matt Lombardo all gosh darn week long. And you, the fans, if you want to prove you're smarter than all of us, then prove it in our YouTube description down below. A direct link to our Instagram for 24 hours. Our Instagram story will feature every pick against the spread. It takes about 20 seconds. You just click the team you believe will cover the spread, go all the way through, and we will take the majority of those votes after the 24-hour period is over. So let's dive right into this game. We head on the first road trip for the New York Jets this season and the home opener for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs at home are a 6.5-point favorite against the New York Jets. And Lurch is such a wise guy. Wisdom pours out of him like nobody's business. And he gave me some advice at the beginning of the show. Paul, you've sucked in the picks. And as a doctor, he believes that the main issue is the fact that I've picked the Jets every week. And there may be something that could be said for that. But damn it, I'm committed. The New York Jets, they're new, baby. NYJ, Jets. Clearly, the New York Jets are finally going to get on the winning side, baby. Come on, we have to have it happen at some point, I believe, as we reopen the window and let the autumn wind rush back over us as we get ready for this one. Yeah, I got to go with the Jets, baby, obviously. Man-Chop, you're on the Jets train, right?
This is fascinating because the first 2 weeks, as you know, I have taken the Jets, and I have lost both weeks.
You have, yep.
We lost him.
Jets.
Yeah, we got your back, man. Child, go ahead. Through the first 2 weeks, you've
Okay,
picked the
sorry
Jets,
about
and
that.
they've
All
hurt
right.
you both times. That's okay. Go ahead.
First 2 weeks I've been on the Jets. I'm going to do it one more time. This is it. There's no reason for it. Tampa's playing good. Mayfield's nothing but trouble. Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. You know how much I can't stand him. I didn't even like him when he was with the Giants. And I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go against the odds here. I just have a feeling. Road game. They have no business being in it. Jets cover the spread. Maybe they even win the game.
Also, Lurch, put some respect. As Baker Mayfield pointed out this week, it's Tyrod Taylor, not Tyrod Taylor, pal. Say his name
It's
right.
Tyrod.
Come on, he's
Tyrod.
You're sick, buddy. All right, intern Ed is taking Tampa Bay. Joe Bartle is taking Tampa Bay, and Dalton Wasserman is taking Tampa Bay. Where do you stand, Matt Lombardo?
Guys, am I taking crazy pills here? The Jets' passing offense had 83 yards of passing against a Bills defense without Ed Oliver last week. Last night you saw Tua Tagovailoa, move the ball pretty effectively on that Bills defense.
Yes.
Not the Jets. You talk about Tyrod Taylor. Good friggin' luck against Todd Bowles and the blitz concepts he was throwing out there on Monday night against C.J. Stroud. Give me the Buccaneers in blowout fashion here. Just when we come back next week and I can tell you guys and echo Lurch's advice that he didn't take, get off the Jets.
Perhaps I should have listened.
This is my last one. This is it. After this week, I'm done. I'm done. If they go down this week, I'm done.
Yeah, the die is cast. I'm sort of pot committed now. It's too late. I can't switch it now. So it's too late. Let's move on quickly. Let's stay in Florida though. Jacksonville is at home against the Houston Texans. Jaguars are a 2-point favorite at home against the Texans, who have been befuddling, to say the least here. I'm not sure what the concern level is so far, but let's go through our experts and figure out where everyone is leaning. Dalton Wasserman is taking the Jaguars. Joe Bartle is taking the Jaguars. And our guy, intern Ed, who, of course, we've got to, believe everything that he says, I suppose, here on the pick segment, is taking Houston. So he is taking the Texans and not listening. What say you, Matt Lombardo?
I have no idea what the Texans are. They're a really good defense. I love Will Anderson. I love Danielle Hunter. They run to the football. They fly to the quarterback. There's just something about C.J. Stroud that I'm waiting to see. But what I do know is the Jaguars' defense stinks. You look at what Jake Browning was able to do after coming in for Joe Burrow last week. But by hook or by crook, Houston gets it done.
I'm with you. I think the Texans got to win eventually, so why not this week? Give me the Texans. That will do it for me. What say you, Lurch? Lurch?
Did the Howling Wolf eat him up? What happened here?
It could have.
Guys, you might have good reasons for the things that you have, but I got to stick with my Jacksonville Jaguars. I know what Houston is. You know what they are? They're a team without an offensive line, and I hate teams without offensive lines, which is why I'm taking Jacksonville. Give me Jacksonville.
All right, there you go. All right, let's continue the division rivalries here, and let's go next up is the LA Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Another team that may have a very strong case to be the best team in football are the Chargers, who have been terrific. The Superchargers at home, they're a 2.5-point favorite over the Denver Broncos. Mancha, will immediately go back to you.
Every bone in my body says take the Chargers, which is exactly why I'm taking Denver. Denver surprises. Give me Denver.
Okay, I think that math probably. Chargers for Joe Bartle, Chargers for Dalton Wasserman, and let's go to intern Ed on this one. He is going Denver, so we've got a little bit of a split here. Matt, where do you go?
Guys, bold prediction here. The Chargers win the AFC West, and we're going to look back on this game as a big reason why. They've already stacked a win over the Chiefs. They've stacked a win over the Raiders. Justin Herbert gets it done against the Broncos, who had a fluky end of that game last week. Bo Nix hasn't yet taken the leap that we thought they'd take. They're banged up on defense. The Chargers are too good, man. They're going to go 3-0, and they are going to eventually win this division. Cut the tape.
Wow, we will remember this. Put that bold take out there in the universe, and I love it, right? So Manchout's like, hey, you should get off the Jets. That's my advice to you. And then he says everything in his body is saying pick the Chargers, so he tells himself to pick the opposite. I'm not sure if that's the guy I should be listening to anymore. Give me the Chargers. I will listen to every fiber of Lurch's body that he did not listen to, and I will now listen to it. Give me the Chargers all day, baby. They look like the best team in football. All right, we got a couple more games to pick here. Let's go up next. We travel to Seattle. They're coming off a very nice win over the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. Now they return home to the 12th man, and they're a 7.5-point favorite at home against the New Orleans Saints, who some of us have said could be the worst team in football. Matt?
The Seahawks could be 35-point favorites over the Saints in Seattle, and I would still say take the Seahawks.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So going Seattle there from that perspective. Okay, we can only respect it. Joe Bartle taking the Saints. All right. And Dalton Wasserman here, he is taking the Seahawks. He heeded your advice, Matt Lombardo. I'm also going Seahawks. I tried the Saints thing in week 1. I dipped my toe in the water. I was like, ooh, I don't like it. Either too hot, too cold. I'm not sure of the temperature of that porridge, but I don't want another bowl. So I'm taking Seattle. Lurch?
So for me, boys, Seattle. Give me Seattle.
Okay, I like the simplicity. That works for me. All right, let's go to Chicago with the Matt Eberflus revenge game that no one is talking about. Now he's the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, and they're going to Chicago. The Bears are a 1-point underdog at home. Cowboys a 1-point favorite on the road. Let's go to Matt Lombardo.
Yeah, this is a really interesting game because eventually Caleb Williams has to figure it out outside of those first 15 plays, right? He's just a different quarterback when the heat gets turned up, when he gets out of that comfort zone. Dak Prescott took over the game for the Cowboys when they needed it most. He delivered an overtime win last week. He'll deliver even more questions to Caleb Williams and the Bears. I like Dallas here.
Yeah, as am I. I'm going, this is essentially a pick-em. I'm not going to get cute here. I think the Cowboys beat the Bears straight up, so I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys and America's team to take care of business. Intern Ed is on the Dallas Cowboys. Joe Bartle is on the Cowboys. Dalton Wasserman's on the Cowboys. Lurch, you have an opportunity for a lone bear if you want it.
Let the howls out, baby. I am on the Bears. Give me the Bears.
Okay, we got the first part of that, Hal. We got the chuck part of it. Yeah, we got that part of it, Lord. So we hear it in theory.
Fair enough.
You've had a lot of lone wolves here. We'll see how that pans out. Normally it sort of splits, but hopefully it's terrible for you.
Time to make up ground, Boy Green. That's what this tells me.
Hey, that's right. Hey, we need it, pal. So I'll freaking take it as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's go up next here to an NFC West battle. San Francisco's at home. They're a 2.5-point favorite over Arizona. There was some flirtations that Brock Purdy may be ready for this game, but I don't believe those. I think it's going to be some more Mac Jones action. So it looks like Mac Jones will get his second straight start for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go around the horn here. We've got Dalton Wasserman. He's taking the Cardinals. We've got Joe Bartle taking the 49ers. And we'll throw it over to Internet is on the 49ers as well. Matt Lombardo, where do you go?
I'm still a believer in Jonathan Gannon's defense. I still like what they're doing, even though I was tempted to jump off the bandwagon with that 156-yard and 15-point fourth quarter or whatever that calamity was with Carolina almost coming back to beat them. I still like them here to make a statement victory. Remember, they knocked off San Francisco when the 49ers still quasi-cared last year. They get it done. They get an early season division win. Give me the fighting Jonathan Gannons.
Yeah, and I agree with you. If the Cardinals can't beat them now without Brock Purdy, when are they going to beat them? So, yeah, for those reasons, Shark Tank style, I'm in on the Arizona Cardinals. I'm out on the San Francisco 49ers. Man-child.
I'm in on the Arizona Cardinals as well, Boy Green.
Okay,
Quarterback problems always equal. Go on the other side. I'll take the other side.
And Lurch, you can start this one off for us. Let me set the scene, if I may. Sunday Night Football. The Kansas City Chiefs, the New York Giants, the battle of defeated teams. Someone will walk out of this octagon with a victory, or at the very least a tie. Lurch, your Giants are a 6-point dog at home. Where are you going?
We've talked about it all week, Boy Green. I see a competitive game. I even see a world where the Giants win. There's no way I'm not taking that 6 in the Giants. Give me the G-Men. Easy pick for me this week.
Unbelievable. I was dead wrong last week when I said, Lurch, what are you talking about? They're clearly going to get waxed by the Cowboys. And they didn't. And so Intern Ed is on your bandwagon. He's taking the Giants. Joe Bartle is taking the Chiefs. Dalton Wasserman is taking the Giants. We'll see if it ends up being a lone Chief for Joe Bartle here. Matt Lombardo, where do you lean?
Yeah, readers of Four Downs and subscribers to Between the Hash Marks on Monday morning read the comments of an NFL scout to me that, quote, the Chiefs have no one who can stretch the field right now vertically, especially until Xavier Worthy gets back. That's why the offense looks the way it does right now, unquote. Newsflash, Xavier Worthy ain't back. The Giants went down and took the Cowboys to the brink, forced overtime. They kept it close. They keep it close again. This is too big a number for me. Give me the Giants.
Well, I'm sorry for everyone that may be tuning in, but Joe Bartle, you're not getting a lone wolf on the Chiefs, although we did give that last week to Matt Lombardo. Not going to happen this time. I'm taking the Chiefs. Lightning cannot strike twice in the same place. Sure, the Giants showed up, but every blind squirrel finds a nut. Give me the Chiefs, baby. They get their first win of the season, and they more than cover this 6-point spread. All right, let's go to
Despite the poor pick, Boy Green, I like the blocking Bartle thing. Good job. I love it.
Yeah, very nice. And sort of boxed him out, which is not normally a position I'm in at 5'3" on a slanted hill, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go to the Monday Night Football game. If Eagles Rams is not the game of the week, which is a very strong case there is, it's definitely Baltimore Ravens, Detroit Lions, Monday Night Football, baby. This could be a Super Bowl preview. So, Manchild, why don't you start us off here?
Listen, I really liked how the Lions looked last week. I know this is a tough game. It's on the road. But 5 points to a team of that quality, I can't not take the Lions. Lions on the road, cover the 5.
All right, intern Ed is on Baltimore. That's interesting. Joe Bartle is on Detroit. Dalton Wasserman, is on Baltimore. We're split all over the place. Matt, help us out here.
Yeah, I don't know what the Lions are. Maybe we'll find out on Monday night against a really good Green Bay defense, maybe the best defense in football right now. They laid an egg in Lambeau. They took advantage of a really terrible yet developing Bears defense, I guess. You play what might be the most complete and dominant defense at all 3 levels. They are going to get smoked by the Ravens. Detroit comes back down to earth. The Ravens get a statement victory, and we're talking about them once again as one of the premier teams in this league.
Yeah, again, 5 points is a lot to Lurch's point, but I think the Baltimore Ravens are, roster-wise, the best team in football. So I have to go with them at home in primetime, and you get all these pieces together. I think that's too much to overcome. I will take the Ravens flock, baby. Well, boys, again, to reiterate on the standings, that wraps up our NFL picks here as we pick every single game against the spread here in Week 3. Again, a reminder for our overall standings here, Internet and Joe Bartle deserve their moment in the sun, leading the pack at 16-14, but they're only 2 games above 500. They're not separating from the pack yet, baby. So we're in a great spot to turn it around and to get another shout out to the fans. Again, go to our YouTube description down below, the Instagram story. It takes 5 seconds to make an account, so feel free to do so. And just click our profile picture, and that will take you through every game against the spread coming up. Matt, I want to thank you for joining us for our picks segment all season long and for all your wonderful insights for Between the Hash Marks.
Ton of fun, guys. Thanks for having me. Hopefully we get a bounce back week and we have a little more fun next Friday.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And quickly, boys, before we get out, 4 lone wolves today. Matt Lombardo on the Washington Commanders, Manchild on Cincinnati, Manchild on Philadelphia, and Manchild on Chicago. Those are the 4. We'll see how they pan out.
Matt, that makes me feel very good, my friend. Very good indeed. Hopefully that can help us turn it around. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the MC Show digital landscape here. Thank you very much. Like the video, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.